people who can make me laugh. I like having fun, yes, I like to laugh. I like having fun and meet people who laugh. Peace and quiet. Doug's far away in Spain, and Vic called in sick. Finally, I can have the show I've always dreamed of. Just me and my cool ideas and thoughts and opinions, uninterrupted by the cacophony of drops and obnoxious sound effects. But what if I have nothing to say? Uh-oh. I hope Captain Carlin doesn't try and fill the gap with his 2 cents. Or worse, he may try to emulate the artistic instincts of Doug and Vic with his own cobbled-together soundboard. Maybe we should have just canceled. Oh shit, we're live. We're live! We're live! We're live, everybody! Sorry, I was thinking about something. We're back, we're live, we're here. Welcome to Office Hours. It's Tim Heidecker checking in with everybody. How is everyone today? It is... Ready for it? Stand by. Close your eyes, hold your breath. Everybody take a big... Put your cereal down, Jacob. God damn it. You got milk and Cheerios and Lucky Charms all over your beard, you sicko. I see you in the Zoom room sitting there. Put the cereal down. Spit the milk out. Here we go. You ready? Close your eyes. Get on your knees.
So
Get on your hands and knees.
It's so quiet.
Good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to... I'll change the energy. No problem. I can do that easily. It's Thursday, June 2nd, 2022. I'm calling in from...
You're calling in.
I am here.
I told you that, see, this would be nice.
Fine, let's do this. Let's do it your way. It's Office Hours Live, and we are live on my YouTube channel. It is Thursday, June 2nd. The hour is 10 a.m. on the Pacific Coast. A beautiful, absolutely gorgeous California day. Probably is going to warm up if yesterday is any sign of the things to come. We often talk about yesterday's weather. It's a chance for us to look back. It's a chance for us to reflect. And it's not, the past is the present, folks. We are living in the moment. We talk about the future, we talk about the past. Those all exist at the same time in many different forms. We're gonna have a lot of fun today. We've got music coming from Vicky Farewell later in the show. And it's just me. I was just me and Captain Carlin. Oy vey.
Here we go.
Here we go. Come along on this wild ride with us. We all knew going into today that we were going to be absent one member of the Trinity, DJ Doug Pound, as almost a college student would do. Someone of the college age. Booked himself a little backpacking trip in Spain. Hopping around Spain with friends without a care in the world, hopscotching through life. God bless him. God bless his eternal youth. He keeps me young. He doesn't have the responsibilities of fatherhood, keeping food on the table for a family. He can hopscotch through Europe at as to his heart's content.
At his pleasure.
And he's having all sorts of skateboarding adventures out there in the streets of Madrid and Barcelona and wherever else. But the big breaking news was, unfortunately, yesterday morning, Vic passed away. Vic, our friend Vic, did not get a lot of news coverage. But he went quietly, they say. And I'll miss the hell out of the guy. What a talent.
He was great, one of the greats.
One of the greats.
Crying
He went
shame.
quietly, they say, in the night. Nothing could have been done to save him. His wife So sad to see him go, and his children too. Oh, dear Dad. But
R.I.P. Vic.
life is tenuous at best.
Life is tenuous at best. We hold on as hard as we can, and it's not easy. It's not easy to get up in the morning, walk on down to the salt mines. Vic worked hard, he worked damn hard, but he couldn't stop from eating those breakfast burritos. He used to go every morning to this spot around the corner. He used to tell me every day, you gotta come down and try these breakfast burritos, boss. I say, Vic, you're gonna kill yourself with those things. Sausage, eggs, high cholesterol, cheese, oils, cooking oils, lattes. No way, boss. No way, boss. Oh, Vic, what are we gonna do without you?
Saturated fats.
I'm just goofing. Vic's alive. Barely, though. Apparently, he's been throwing up like a child would. He's got another children's style virus. Not me. I'm the last man standing. I tell you, everybody I know has gotten COVID. You had it.
I had it.
Everybody's gotten it. Everyone gets sick, and people are weak. Not me. Me and DJ T, Donald Trump, DJ T, the original Donald Trump, not DJ Jr. He's probably sick all the time, vomiting into toilets everywhere he goes, thinking about his life. I don't like this reverb setting, do you? I think it needs a little work. Well, let's get into it. You know, but Matt, I do feel it is a little empty back there.
Little quiet.
It's a little quiet.
A little bit.
I want to say Vicky Farewell is here, and she is right here in my eyesight, and there is a microphone. So let me welcome you to the show.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you
for having me.
Thank you for laughing at my Vic's dead joke.
Oh.
I think that lightened the mood in here. It kind of made everything okay. It just kind of said, okay, this is going to be a good show.
It'll still be fun.
Yeah.
You need that first
can
laugh
still
with
have
that
that.
kind of joke to say it's okay.
It's okay to laugh about everything. I'm not one of these comedians that has lines that I won't cross. You know, everything's fair game. But I do feel like you're a musician. You're
I'm a musician.
just a beautiful piano player. You're playing on this beautiful piano here. You're warming up on your whirly.
Yep.
You got your whirly here.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of music heads know what a whirly is. It's a short term for Wurlitzer.
Wurlitzer 200.
Now, you're not playing a Wurlitzer jukebox, are you? It's a cheap, that would be a cheap, I play the Wurlitzer. Oh, yeah, cool, come on down. We'd love to hear you play. Guy shows up with a big Wurlitzer jukebox and just puts quarters in, starts playing a whole lot of shaking going on. That would be a disingenuous person, I would think.
I mean, I did come in with a giant mystery bag.
It was not a mystery to me, but I did like that you have a dolly for your
Yeah.
for your whirly.
There's no way I could bring it in myself.
No, it's smart. I'm thinking I need to get more dollies in my life. I need dolly everything around. But Matt, it is a little dry back here.
Could
It
use
is a little
more
dead.
comedy
Who could we
energy,
get?
right?
Who's on the east side? I wonder if we could call somebody, get somebody in the Doug chair at least.
Yeah, maybe I can find somebody.
What about those Always Sunny in Philadelphia guys? They seem to be around.
I think they record their podcast at the same time as ours.
Oh, they do?
They have a podcast now also. Maybe
What other?
who's like East Side,
South
kinda
Park.
cool.
South Park. Trey and
kinda-
Matt Stone. Matt Stone doesn't seem to be doing much. Let him come down here and
They're
jam with us.
they're kind of cringe now, aren't they?
I don't think they're
They're a bit
cringe.
cringe.
No. I have to talk about the word cringe. People are just overusing that word so much right now. Little cringe, dude, because I
The
talked
word
about
cringe
gun
is
control.
cringe.
Little cringe, dude. Fuck you!
What about about those Workaholics guys?
They're so busy, all they do is work.
They're funny guys.
Some of
They're
those guys
Eastsiders,
turn into
right?
alcoholics, apparently.
That's many are saying.
Yeah. But no, we should, who's the one that's on Righteous Gemstones? Adam Devine. We used his,
He's like the short nerdy guy. That
yeah,
one?
we had his pot drinks for our music night.
That's right.
Cannabis
That's right.
drinks.
So he should do
He
it.
should
Let me
do it. See if
I'll
he's
message
around.
him. Let me message him real quick.
By the way, we have flies in the studio. And they're everywhere. There's a dead body I buried a couple days ago that I think the flies have found. See if he's around.
Let's see. He's not responding. What about?
Oh, you just texted him.
Well, I mean, it's a live show. We don't have a ton of time. What about the tall nerdy guy? What about that guy? What's his name?
Anders?
Anders something. How about
I don't
him?
know. No, you know who we should ask is the guy with the big hair.
Oh, the cool guy. He's like the cool guy
yeah.
in Workaholics, right?
Yeah, see if he's around.
Blaine, right?
Blaine.
Anderson, I think is his name. Let's see.
In the meantime, we'll get somebody for that seat. In the meantime, let me just say, what should I say?
Oh, it's Blake. It's Blake Anderson.
Thank
Sorry.
you. Let's take a Zoomer, Matt,
Yeah.
and
let's
welcome
get
this
into that.
community, this growing, robust, talented, artistic,
Who's got a fun topic
handsome,
here?
beautiful.
Carmen, is that what that means? Does AO mean you have a good topic? And then I think Vic actually sent us an audio message, it seems. Carmen, are you there?
Wait.
Where in the world is Carmen, whatever your name is, huh?
Hey, what's up? Big fan.
Hey, Carmen, how's it going, man?
I'm good. I'm in the basement of my best friend's house right now.
Have you just killed him?
No, I'm looking for an apartment, and he's housed me. So,
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I have to say, you seem like a little bit too cool of a person to be a fan of this show. What's going on here? Is this a setup?
I'm not cool.
Let me
I'm
see
an
what you're
absolute-
wearing. Let me see what your top looks like.
I'm wearing a champion hoodie and matching sweatpants.
I mean, Vicky,
Oh,
what do
yeah.
you think? This guy seems pretty hip, don't you think?
What part of town do you live in?
Good question.
I live in Buffalo, New York. Shout out Buffalo. Shout out my Buffalo folks.
Hell yeah,
Peace and love to Buffalo. God damn it.
totally.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you all for that. Great town. So.
Well, Buffalo is not where the cool kids are, though. So we've cleared you. You can proceed.
I told you, Loserville.
Yeah. I like Buffalo. No, I mean, peace and love, of course. Buffalo's the best, but not exactly an enclave of the hipsters, which is good. I'm trying to clear out some of these beards. Okay, so you have the floor. How can I help you?
Okay, yeah. I guess I was just gonna go into the homelessness issue because I'm looking for a place right now, and I just wanted to get political for a second.
Okay.
We have
Let's start.
Yeah, we
Listen,
have a bit
listen,
of
it's
an
going to be a
issue.
different vibe today. You're not going to get interrupted by shit like that.
I'm glad. Yeah, but like I don't know. I see it, and I see like bullshit, like anti-homeless architecture, and that just it vexes me.
Well, that's a good entree for me to just say that in this area in LA, we have a terrible problem with homelessness. I mean, I don't know how to. I mean, I'm not exactly the best person to like know how to talk in the right language about it because I think that is important. But there's clearly a big problem where you have like people living under bridges and in tent communities along the sides of rivers, and there's this creep, this mutant man named Rick Caruso running for mayor.
Yep.
Have you heard about this guy?
He just sounds nasty. I don't know him, but he sounds
well.
disgusting.
He's responsible for a couple of places I like, but I have to say this.
He is?
The Americana.
Oh, he developed.
Yeah, he develops these mall, like outdoor mall concept things that the Grove is the big one in LA, and he's this. I mean, he's this lifelong Republican creep,
capitalist pig
who is running for mayor as a Democrat. So and he's gotten all these famous people to sign on to him: Wolfgang Puck and Snoop Dogg and Kim Kardashian.
Dogg?
The chef, Wolfgang Puck.
But
really?
he's got some creepy like dystopian visions for getting, I think, kind of like solving the homeless problem, which is going to be like making it, throwing people in prisons, I guess, or something.
Yeah, specifically, that's one of
Or
his big
removing like all
promises, yeah.
public benches or something.
Yeah. So
And he's fooling. You know, I was hanging out with some friends the other day, sort of
Nice.
normal liberal people. Yeah, it was pretty cool. And they just moved here, and they were like, "Oh, what's going on with this mayor, Caruso? Right? He's the guy to vote for." And we were like, "No, he's a bad actor.
wolf in
He's-
sheep's clothing.
Yeah,
Any word from Blaine?
Yeah.
in
Blake?
Villanueva. Yeah, wait, actually thought I heard a rustling out there.
Oh, he's
West.
around?
West, is somebody at
me.
the door there?
I just heard a ding dong.
Hello.
Blake?
Oh,
Hello.
Oh.
here he is.
Oh my God.
Hey.
Oh, what a that's perfect.
This is it, I
incredible.
found it. Hold on, I was like wandering around out there for a while. This is so cool.
What a
Nice.
what perfect timing, Blake.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
Yeah, good to meet you.
Hey, thanks for thinking about
Yeah,
me.
yeah. Just
Hey.
we had a guy out sick. You could sit there in the
Wow.
Wow, Blake Anderson
This is incredible.
from many things, including the Workaholics and his own podcast, as I have it written down.
This is
very
important.
very coincidentally, just have random things written down. This is important, is the podcast. But you are here to back me up, brother.
I'm here, baby.
you
Hello, everybody. Right?
Yeah. Hello, everybody.
How,
Or you can
how
do
are we?
Doug's. You can do Doug's new thing, which is hey.
Hey. Is that good?
Thanks, Carmen.
Take the next
Take
20
care.
minutes to figure out those headphones. Believe me.
Yep.
Listen, Buffalo Boy. He's a
Oh, sorry.
Buffalo
Carmen,
soldier.
come back. Unmute again.
I don't know
I
what
am
to
back.
tell you. I only know is there's a systematic wealth inequality. The housing is insane. It's impossible to afford to live anywhere unless you're have tremendous amounts of money. It's incredibly stressful. It's completely infected every part of life, including people that are well off who live amongst people who are living on the streets. And that's the least of our problems. These poor people don't have a roof over their head. And why is housing so unaffordable? I mean, that's the question.
Because we are not taxing the 1%.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Let's tax them to fucking hell.
You can
Make
be
their
our,
lives
you can be
like
our,
a
Thomas
1%
Sankara. You
harder.
can be our Che.
Like let them think 1% longer before they buy their Maseratis.
Oh,
Hello,
Let's
that's
just
a
take
good
the
tag.
Maseratis.
love a
Tagline.
Maserati.
Maybe you can think for 1% longer, 1 microsecond longer before you double up on your Maseratis or add a fourth pool. Who's this creep? There's a creep in LA who's a hairdresser, Jazz Dean.
Oh,
And now listen, I don't want to pick on anybody in particular, but I will this guy. Look him up. Apparently he's buying 4 houses. You know why?
what's that?
Because he needs 4 pools. You know why? Because his dogs need a pool.
Oh my, come on.
So
That's
there's
preposterous.
obviously a problem. Can we not? I mean, there's lots of, the guns are a problem. Homelessness is a problem. I mean, I don't know.
And Blake's here to
I think
solve
it's
them all.
that's
revolution
Blake,
time.
I'm
That's
just
why
throwing
you
you in the
texted
deep
me.
end.
Yeah, no.
You're happy with the status
Thanks,
quo, are
Carmen.
I just follow orders, sir.
you? If you're an A's fan, you can't be happy with the status quo, right?
we
This
could
team
talk
is.
about that too.
I'd happy to.
Economics.
How long do you think the A's have left in Oakland?
Maybe 3 years.
Yeah,
That's what I'm going with.
at the most.
At the most.
They're done.
It takes a
No
while.
one's going to the games.
Yeah, I think it's like literally 3,000 people. It's
Yeah, we
So-
should get a quick sound check on Blake's
Yeah,
soundboard.
That
huh?
was great. Did you just hit that?
yeah, I did.
Okay.
like that?
We don't need Doug.
Yeah.
We don't need Vic.
That's right, baby.
I'm tired of splitting the Patreon with them, Matt. Okay?
Let's boot
They're
him.
out.
Guest dropsman every week.
That's going to be like Al Pacino in The Godfather taking out the 5 families.
We'll give these guests like 100 bones. Call it a day. Done.
That's not nice. You know we love these boys. We know we love them. I mean, people get the wrong idea about me. That I'm some kind of monster. Vicky, what's your first impression of me? Be honest.
I was nervous coming in, but then you were so matter-of-factly to me that I was like, oh, it's
Yeah.
gonna be fine.
Just a good
He's a stud.
All right.
Drops are
Listen,
loud and
did I
clear.
help you out, Carmen?
Oh, sorry, I muted Carmen. That's all right. Carmen's great.
A lot of things to get to. First off, we have some surprise gum. Somebody said I've spoken publicly and honestly about my love for gum, and I do think it was part of my weight loss journey that I'm on, actually. And this is a little corny, but
Oh gosh, cringe. Weight loss?
there is like something value. I know people say, there's microplastics and there's all sorts of shit in gum, but
Oh, really?
yeah, nothing. You can't have anything anymore, anybody. You know, you can't do. Everything's bad, but I do love a gum. Throw in some gum, and it does kind of satisfy my like urge to snack.
Sure, yeah.
And then you got gum in your mouth. You're not eating chips. You're looking good, by the way.
Keep the chips out of the mouth.
You're looking like real good.
Thank you. man.
Tight?
Thank you. Yeah.
You work out?
I do some push-ups, pull-ups.
More than that. You're doing
Come on.
PDX 90.
I did a few rounds of PDX 90, brother. Yeah.
But so that's the straight. I don't want my PO box filled with gum. Gets a little sticky.
Big gum is coming for you.
Yeah, but somebody.
Or stickers. Don't send us stickers.
Somebody
either.
sent me this Phallum gum.
Michael Abeta.
Wait,
it's special
So we're
Turkish
gonna
gum.
do a. You want to try it? Anybody want to try
I
it?
would
Yeah,
love to
it's-
try Phallum
Whoop,
gum.
Here, I'll try that again.
Phallum? What?
Phallic
Phallum for
gum.
everybody.
Apparently special Turkish gum.
Turkish gum, yeah.
Hey, I want one too.
Oh, sorry, man. Here,
Dang.
let me choose some and throw some. No, thank you. This is an F.
It's really hard.
You're already out on it?
There's nothing in here. Oh, I get it. It's opening up a little bit.
Doesn't taste like anything.
It doesn't taste like anything. This is flavorless gum.
This is so unsatisfying.
I
Chris,
fucking
you
hate
know
this
about
gum.
it? Chris said it scopes your jaw.
Whoa.
That is weird.
Yeah, it's like chewing like wax or something.
Is this plastic?
It's microplastic. It's macroplastic.
That's not edible paper, that inner wrapper. You took that off?
Wow, this is not cool.
Sucks. I want black cherry or grape or spearmint at
I'm
the
gonna
very
spit
least.
mine out.
I do like
know.
the texture though. It's almost like an everlasting like mamba
Yeah.
or like a high chew.
I have nothing positive to say about it. I was searching for something. It's a zero.
Chris here knows about it. Chris, what's the point of this gum?
What's the point?
It's supposed to give your jaw definition, like it's a jaw workout.
I mean, isn't any gum? What's the difference? Because it's a little
I
tighter.
think it's stronger, like it's harder to chew, right? I've never had it. I've only heard about it.
Did you send this to me?
No.
Where's the rat? Where's the Benedict Arnold that sent this
Michael Abeta, are you here? I don't think he's here today.
to me? Okay. Well, does everyone have their wrapper so they can dispose of it properly?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think people want to hear you like chewing, right?
No.
That's something people really hate.
They like the wrappers though.
Yeah.
Hey, come and sit by the fire with me
It's a jaw workout. So you work out your jaw for what? Like.
for better
Yeah.
definition.
Oh.
It's a Hollywood secret.
I see. Okay.
Like, so you can be. Speaking of jaw workouts, this
Where's this
Tom
going?
Cruise, he's done it again. I tell you what. So today is a big day. Celebrating, my wife and I, celebrating 15 years of the good stuff today. 15 years of holy matrimony.
Congrats.
And we looked at the old schedule. We looked at the old planner as we do. Say, we need to get this going on. What's going on Thursday? And we decided to do our celebration on Saturday night. And I said, what do you want to do, sweetie? The world is your oyster.
Wow.
And she goes, oh, I don't, she's very low key. She's not, she's just, these anniversaries and birthdays and holidays, she does not give a shit about them. She's smart. She's not dopey like people can be, where they get all attached to these days, like it matters. She goes, I don't know, let's just go out, see a movie, and go get some dinner, like a dinner and a movie.
Sounds
I go, what do you want to see? She goes, I don't care. I go, I'm looking for my angle here. I go, how about Top Gun? She goes, sure. I go, hey, I married the right gal.
Hey, after all these years.
Have you seen it yet?
I have not.
Oh, Lord.
I've heard great things.
Fantastic movie.
One
One of the top movies of the year.
Nice.
A lot of fun. I mean, it was beautiful. We went on the early side, because I thought, here's the move. You don't go dinner, then a movie. You go movie, then a dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
That's right.
Because then you sit at dinner and talk about the movie.
You got something to talk about.
Let's give them something to talk about. Give that to me an A. Let's give them something to talk about. Talk about love. Something like that. Right?
That's
Yes.
really good.
Got a picture of you from the theater there.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I'm totally irony-free. We sat there. I don't have high expectations for Top Gun, but I know when. And listen, Tom Cruise is a psycho. He's a maniac. He's a member of one of the worst cults in the history of cults, right? Has he had people killed? I don't know. Who knows? People have been certainly put in prisons of their own design, you know? Mental prisons. Him and Miscavige. I'm sorry, and you're a Scientologist, and I apologize for putting you
am
out
I
on the
just
spot.
supposed to sit here and take it? I don't know.
But the guy knows how to make a motion picture, this Tom Cruise.
It certainly does.
When they put out the Mission Impossibles, I'm there. He comes at me with Top Gun, I'm in the seats with my popcorn.
Cocktail. Great
Cocktail.
film.
But Cocktail 2's got to be coming now,
I
right?
hope so. I hope so.
But they went far above. First of all, we're laughing half the time because it's so ridiculous, the movie. It's so like, purely what it is. It's not like just lots of shots of him riding a motorcycle in the sunset with his perfect body.
Gorgeous.
But the flying and the stunts and the whatever, all the action and stuff is so goddamn well done.
Well,
You just have to sit back and go, he's done it again.
he does the stunts too. That's
Dude,
the
I
thing
watched
about
this
Tom.
whole thing about it. Him and the actors all are up in those planes.
Yeah.
Now there's another pilot in front,
Yeah.
so there's a two-seater deal. But they're back there. Like,
Yeah. Hitting some G-force.
Yeah, the G-force is like one of the big things in the movie. And there's lots of grunting in it because like a lot of the movies are them going like.
It's those ADR sessions.
Yeah.
Tom, can we get you to grunt again, please?
We gotta get a grunt montage from the movie from Doug and Vic when they get back. Holding on. And then they black out because it's too fast.
Yeah.
It's intense.
Lose your lunch.
It's funny that the Fox News and all those maniacs, they went all nuts because it's like, it was a #1 movie. And they're like, we're back. This is finally a patriotic movie. And it's about America. And then people are like, actually, there's like barely mention of America. There's almost no American flags. There's no enemy defined. There's like this, like it's sort of
Yeah.
kind of winking that it might be like North Korea because like
Hey.
like if you use your imagination, you could figure it out. But it's so like neutral. But it's about the Navy, I guess.
That's what it's really about at the end of the day.
It's about the Navy.
Want to get into a city of the day?
How about this Navy with most of the deal is their planes. It's like,
They were
hello.
water.
Yeah, it's like I thought you guys were all about water and boats. Now
Maybe
you're doing
that's-
planes? Okay.
Maybe that's Marines.
So the Air Force is sort of like, hello, what about us?
Where's our movie?
Yeah.
Huh? Where's our movie?
All right, yeah, let's do City of the Day, Matt. I hear you.
Wow.
All right, the City of the Day is brought to you by Roberta Flack. Welcome to Roberta Flack, the new audio format from soul sensation Roberta Flack. These crystal clear files will be killing you loudly with superior fidelity and will instantly make you feel like making love to your speakers. Download the Roberta Flack player free today at robertaflack.com. That's robertaflac.com, not robertaflack.com, which is managed by Atlantic Records and is not affiliated with the Roberta Flack player. Also, please note that due to an ongoing copyright dispute with Atlantic, Mrs. Flack's albums aren't currently available in this format. But there's tons of cool new music you can check out from up-and-coming bands like the Banana Boats, Regina Farkas, and tons more. Say hello to Roberta Flack and goodbye to inferior audio formats today. The City of the Day is...
Alyssa Gibson, are you there?
I'm here.
Hello, Alyssa.
Hello. Can you hear me?
What is the City of the Day?
Great
Quickly,
earrings.
please.
The city of the day is Ferndale, Michigan.
All right. Tell us a little bit about where you live.
It's a great question. Don't know. I'm just kidding. It's part of Metro
How many
Detroit.
Arby's? How many Arby's you got?
Let's get to Arby's.
I don't actually
over
think
under.
there is an Arby's. There's no Arby's,
What?
as far as I know. No Arby's.
Wait, you're telling me you live somewhere without an Arby's?
Well, there's a lot
What do you
of
do for
little
lunch?
towns.
What the hell do you do for lunch?
What do you do for lunch?
There's a Wendy's.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Great American food.
The best.
All right.
I like
Well,
Wendy's. They got the square burger, right? That's the square patty
You got to
the
make sure
Frosty.
it's square.
and the frosty. Yeah, look, a good
And the
Wendy's is
finger
good.
chili.
But no Arby's. Huh. Go to
No
hell.
Arby's.
What about Firehouse Subs?
Mm.
I think there's a Firehouse Sub. But I wish I could have that Jamocha shake.
Jimmy John's?
There's definitely Jimmy John's.
You have 14 Subways?
I think all the Subways closed.
What?
Oh. There's a big backlash happening with Subways right now, by the way.
Ah.
I'll talk about that
Jimmy
later in the
John's
show.
is king here.
Is it Jared Trickledown or just the bad vegetables? Still kind of
Well,
reeling
it's like
from that.
the worst deal in America is to decide to open a Subway franchise. Anyways, I watched it on that John Oliver show. He did a whole 30 fucking minutes on it.
Just tearing
someone said
Subway to
that.
shreds.
God.
Leave him alone.
God bless him, though, for, bringing up the real issues. All right. Well, thanks for your city of the day.
Yeah, it sounds
Can I
interesting.
say one thing
Of
that
course.
somebody suggested? It is the second day of Pride Month, and
Oh.
Ferndale is like the gay community like part of Detroit.
There we go.
There we are. Happy Pride Day to everybody. Happy Pride Month.
Yeah.
Month, the
Pride
whole
month.
month.
Got a whole month, baby.
I just feel like, listen, I love it. I love it, and I support them. I support everybody. Not everybody.
Yeah, you got some enemies.
I support marginalized communities. But I'm just like, can we stop with the singling out? Because I don't want to like I just want everything. I want all the gay stuff to just be normal. It's just not something that we have to single out because it's. But we're not there yet. Obviously, like we're moving backwards. Look at some of these laws in Florida, folks. Can't have it.
Thanks, Alyssa. Let's go a little further north. Scott in Canada.
Scott,
Oh,
my
all right.
Canadian friends.
Do they celebrate Pride in Canada?
Scott in Canada. You there?
Hi, can you see me?
Oh my God, it's Scott from the Kids in the... Get down! Get down! We're under attack
Whoa!
from the north. Scott, you son of a bitch.
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm all right.
What, that doesn't sound good.
Well, this is a lot of people to suddenly see. I didn't know these other three. I don't feel comfortable with them.
Well, let's get to know each other.
No, and there's this one guy. He's got the hat on and the long hair. There's two of them. There's like he's twins. I'm not comfortable with twins.
Scott, can you do a rough count of the beards that you're seeing right now? How many beards are you looking at?
You mean how many women are pretending to be with men that are gay? Like, I see one beard at the bottom right. I see this woman. She's a beard, obviously.
I
Her
mean
boyfriend's
actual
obviously
beards,
gay.
Scott. Actual facial beards.
I don't see any beards, really. Do you call what you have a beard?
Me?
Yeah.
It's an outgrowth, an outcropping of facial
But
hair.
an outgrowth, I would see something like that on Dr. Pimple Popper. That's
Now,
can it be treated?
I have
Whatever that is.
I have a question about your camera angle. Am I turkey dinner? Am I your meal? Because it looks like I'm about to be eaten.
Is this the perspective of a turkey that's about to be eaten or stuffed?
I think so.
Yeah.
A little bit of both.
How
here's
are
the
you?
thing. I'm okay. I'm a little confused because I just got on because I didn't have it's on an iPad, so I'm pretty excited. So I had to just put on the Zoom app. So this is why
that's frustrating.
The POV is really weird, isn't it? It's definitely me looking down with contempt at a turkey.
As you should towards me.
Well, I'm looking at the Pope's nose. Do you know what that is on a turkey? Do we say that anymore?
No. What's the Pope's nose?
Pope's nose is what Protestants in my country used to refer to the turkey's anus as.
Oh.
Why would
it's the best.
Why would it be called the
part.
Pope's nose?
Because they hate Catholics. I mean, there's the whole Catholic
Oh,
Irish,
I see.
Catholic Protestant thing.
Right.
And So I would love the asshole of the turkey. It's an incredibly juicy part. And I would always beg my mom to save me the Pope's nose. And apparently you're not supposed to say that, but she would save me the neck and the Pope's nose.
I would think you could take the neck and fuck the Pope's nose with it if you wanted to.
Now we're talking.
You absolutely, yes. You have to. You got to remove the Pope's nose first, then you've got a much larger cavity, and then you can stick the holes in the neck.
I mean, what can't you fuck these days, right? I mean, that's...
No, this is the thing. You can fuck anything but an ideology. Anything but that. You can fuck with anything but a person's point of view. You can't fuck with that.
No.
You must never fuck with their identity.
You have to respect all
identities, regardless. You must. You can only fuck holes and orifices and things like that, but not
points of view.
Not in their point. No, because that's precious.
Well, it's interesting because we call it a point of view. It's not a whole of view.
There we go.
It's not a whole of view. It's not a whole of view. It's a point. It's
right.
A point in a hole. And there are literally trillions of points in a hole, right?
Well, that's getting a little metaphysical.
Yeah, my goodness.
Well, that's quantum mechanics. I know that.
So listen, you've got you and the kids in the hall are back.
Right, but I need to talk about the guy behind you.
Okay.
Because he's so insecure. I don't know who. I'm not. No. You're not getting away. You're not going to wave and suddenly, everything's good. It's not good. This guy behind you is so insecure about his identity, about who he is, that there are three of him. There's him behind you. Then the top right corner, there he is again. And then he's in the bottom left. And the poor woman at the bottom right has one fucking frame. Because this guy is so insecure, he's got to be in three fucking poses. I don't want to know.
I see. He's looking, it's a mess.
And you know what's weird? He's in the drummer position. There's no drums.
No.
He's not playing fucking drums. Right? Like that's your band leader's position, right, Tim?
Yeah.
He's not playing anything.
No. He is. Play something on your iPad there. Listen to this.
Shut the fuck up!
This is Blake Anderson from the Workaholics, by the way.
How are you?
He was very famous for a period of time.
Yeah, you read me like a book. Thank you.
Okay.
I got roasted by a legend.
Everybody in this Zoom call was famous at one point. So, right? Even you, Tim, you were famous at one point. You were the white hot center of something.
I know. What happened, man? What do you do when it's over? Because it's over for me. I'm on the other side of it.
You made a mistake. You kept following your muse. Don't do it.
I should have come to you for guidance and counsel. Why didn't I? Because you were so kind to us. You came in and did our show years ago, and you hung around and you made us feel so loved and special because you were you said you were a fan, and I couldn't comprehend that.
Are you kidding me? I was a massive fan. I considered.
Then I got political, and you bailed.
Damn.
I did, yeah. I did. I just thought you were the only people that were as good as us.
Oh my God. I mean, do you know what that? Really? You understand what that means to me or to us? I mean, that's just.
But it's the same with me. Like, it's the same as me. When you asked me to be on the show, I was incredibly honored.
Oh.
And I also thought that's why I decided I would stay all day. And I did stay all day, didn't I?
Yeah.
I did stay most of the day.
You were. I miscommunicated. I misunderstood. I thought you were incredibly honored to do this show, and that sounded very confusing to me because I thought, why would you be? You're not honored to do this, right?
No, not at all. But I am curious about the woman in the bottom right. Hi there. We haven't spoken or anything yet.
Hi.
Yes, this is Vicky Farewell. She's a musical artist who's going to blow up.
And she's married to a gay man, obviously. No, but you're the beard here, right here. So, are you about to blow up? Are you about to blow up? Because you're getting that from Tim Heidecker, who says that he was supposed to blow up years ago. Never did.
Oh, Jesus. Scott, you know what? This is nasty. This has gotten nasty.
He's a roast master.
Yeah. Man, you look great. Can I just say that? You look great, even with the weird angle. Like, I don't think that you have a bad angle.
I hate to interrupt, but we have someone else on the line who has some sort of objection to Scott's presence.
We're not
here.
bumping him,
that's
are
not
we?
fair.
You can't bump him.
At the beginning of Pride Month, we have an objection. That's not right.
Dave, are you there?
It better not be
Hello?
a cisgender
Hello?
straight white.
Can you hear me?
Dave?
Am I on the air? Am I on the air?
We're on. We have you, Dave.
God.
Do we have Dave?
Hi. Hi. Is there a way to halt the proceedings? Just briefly. Is there a way? Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm sorry. I got an alert. I got a text alert that Scott was on your show.
Yeah.
And was discussing the Kids in the Hall, and that is in violation of Kids in the Hall bylaws.
Wait a minute.
Because Scott knows this. He does not have quorum. You must have at least 3 members of the Kids in the Hall to create quorum in order to discuss the Kids in the Hall in any context. So, Scott, we're a little. And by the way, hi.
Hi, Dave.
Hi. I'm sorry. How do you pronounce your name?
Tim Heidecker.
Tim. You
Tim.
say
Yeah,
Tim. Okay.
Tim.
All right, Tim.
It's not.
Tim. All right. So
Scott,
Tim,
let him speak, please.
Yeah. So Tim, I've been on. I'm trying to fix this. I've been trying to get one of the other kids in the hall on text to give me his proxy so that we could actually form a quorum. But until that comes in, I'm afraid neither Scott or I can discuss anything.
Oh boy.
Oh, wow. Okay, he's a stickler. So you guys have procedures in place and rules and bylaws and stuff to keep more than one of you from talking about the Kids in the Hall in any forum?
Huh.
I'd love to answer that question because the answer is very interesting.
Okay. So Scott, can you just stand by? So you're working on getting permission from like who? Mark
Either
or Bruce?
Kevin or Mark
Kevin?
or Bruce.
Maybe they've seen Top Gun. Maybe they want to talk about Top Gun.
I'd love to talk. I mean, you don't have to talk about the Kids in the Hall, Scott or Dave. I mean, we could talk about.
Oh, I'm just here to show off my standing desk. Look at that. Have you noticed how I'm? Look at that.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I would.
Hey guys! I have good news.
Okay.
I have Kevin McDonald's proxy.
Oh, perfect. So we can proceed.
Yeah, we can tell you anything you want about.
Can you stick around then, Dave, and talk, or is it?
Sure, I kind of have to. Even if I don't talk, I have to stick around because otherwise Scott's not allowed to talk.
Oh, I see.
And Dave and I aren't allowed to speak together. I'm only allowed to speak with Kevin or Bruce.
Oh, wait a minute. That's a real rule?
I just got a close up of Scott.
Wait, that's.
Oh, is it Pride Month?
It is day 2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, which I can't remember who's gay.
I think it's Scott, right? Or Scott or Bruce or
who can remember?
Well, I know one of the kids in the hall is gay.
We switched it around. It's gone around so much.
Yeah. I know, it was embarrassing. The other day I was having sex with a man and I remembered it wasn't me.
Well, that's the same with me. I was fucking a woman the other day and I went,
this is a family show, all right? Let's clean it up.
Yeah.
It's a morning show.
But you know what? I had sex with her on May 31st, so I would never have sex with a woman in Pride Month. That would be
no. That would be
That's blasphemy.
In fact, no one should. No one should have sex. Oh, unless you're also a woman.
Unless you're a woman.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I might be the only gay member, but at the same time, I'm the least proud. So that's why I'm not allowed to speak during Pride Month. They're all, because, straight people are much more proud now than gay people are of Pride Month.
Well, also, your motion sickness keeps you out of parades.
There's that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to interrupt because I get complaints from people that say I interrupt too much when the good guests are on. So I'm just going to go to the bathroom.
Oh no, but Tim, it's your show.
Okay.
So, tell me. You should interrupt as much as possible. And by the way, love Workaholics.
Thank you. Thank you.
How about that?
All right. Yeah. That feels really good to hear.
What are you guys' thoughts on the Three Stooges? Similar kind of show.
Mm-hmm. Where would we be without them?
Did Canada have like a Three Stooges like a boom in the 80s like we had, where it became like there's lots of merch, lots of Three Stooges merch?
The Three Knuckleheads.
Yeah, well, we get all American things.
Okay.
We get it precisely 5 minutes later. We're always 5 minutes behind whatever you guys are up to.
But let me see. Did you like the Three Stooges, Dave? I'm forgetting if you did.
I didn't like the Three Stooges. I don't want to upset anybody.
Sure.
I don't. But I was not. I was a huge Marx Brothers fan.
Right.
So
There we go.
You're too
I'm in that
academic.
camp.
You're too. It's too lowbrow for you, the Stooges.
It's just violence upsets me.
Yeah.
They
were
every time I watch
incredibly
this-
violent.
I spend all my. I have too much
why.
empathy. I spend all my time flinching and crying. Who am I supposed to enjoy that?
It cut too close to home. I was saying last week, I accidentally, my son is 5, and we sometimes do watch Three Stooges, but the one I opened on YouTube, and the one I opened on YouTube was, of course, during World War II, and it was incredibly racist. It was incredibly anti-Japanese in very shocking ways.
You
I
find a
finished
lot of
it,
that in
though.
Bugs Bunny too. There's a lot of there's-
Jingoistic.
yeah.
Flies are here. Listen, I don't want to waste your. Dave, you're in New York.
I am. I'm in New York City.
You've been very public about this relocation. I've noticed on Twitter.
Yes. Thank you, Tim, for bringing that up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big
Well, I'm
broadcast.
I'm
Big
hoping
news.
more people will stop me in the street and hug me.
Well, they will after this new Kids in the Hall reboot on Amazon Prime.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
I don't know. Really? Are you getting
God.
hugged a lot, Dave?
No, I don't leave the apartment.
Are you gonna be? Are you gearing up for like a Broadway show? Like, why New York? What's happening in New York?
It was just I've been living in Los Angeles for 26 years, and as luck would have it, my life was falling apart. So I thought, why not New York?
It seems a healthy place to relocate.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you
It's
and
just
Woody,
sort of
you like connecting with Woody Allen and walking around the park talking about old foreign films and stuff.
We just and a lot of going. They just don't understand.
Yeah.
They just don't get it.
Jesus,
Yeah.
Dave. And you're going to Knicks games with Spike Lee, of course.
Oh yeah, the New York lifestyle is it's wonderful.
CBGBs.
Well, and Broadway, Dave, Broadway.
The Great White Way, as they used to call it.
I just heard a giant fart. Was that you? Sorry.
My cat.
I know it's a little lowbrow.
Pause for farting.
I want to just speak sincerely for a moment and say I know you've heard this a lot, but the reboot or season 6, whatever you want to call it, is so great. And we had Julie Klausner on the show last week, by the way.
Yes.
And
yes,
she spoke briefly about how wonderful you all are, and I'm sure she put.
That's as much as she could muster.
I was going to say she probably put a bit of a positive
Yeah.
spin on it,
She
did.
for the radio.
I could see her running out of things to say.
That would break a clause that she signed. Yeah.
The Julie Claus.
The Julie Klausner. But I saw this a lot on Twitter, which was people saying when that theme song kicked in, it was an emotional experience.
Yeah, that was upsetting. We didn't want
in
that.
in a negative way. I go, no, not this song again.
It's nostalgia. That's embarrassing.
No, it was beautiful. And it reminded me, obviously, it just kind of immediately threw me back into the days when that was my obsession, was your show. And the show in general just reminded me what great filmmakers and writers you are that I don't know, I didn't think about or whatever, but I mean, I don't want to go on and on about it, but it's just it's so beautiful.
Kim, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Did it make you question your wig choices
My
during your heyday? Did you wish that you'd had better wigs? Did you look out and go, wow, we really fucked up the wigs?
The wigs,
We
yes.
could've done-
I
yeah,
thought you
your
said,
wigs.
you know what, I had an audio issue. I thought you said my weight choices. And I was like, wow, okay, we're going there, huh? I was a little pudgy.
I would have said wardrobe choices. I wouldn't have said pudge. I would have said your wardrobe choices for your frame at the time.
Right. Well, we had no money. I'm sure you guys didn't have any money either, but we had just the worst stuff that you could, the stuff from the Halloween store. That's about all we had access to.
Yeah, I saw your stories you did. It was quite something. It
Yeah.
was fun though. It was really fun.
We did this one shoot and I had a bald cap on and it was so bad. It looked just like a big scar across my head. And we're
remember.
like, we can't shoot this today. We're going to have to just shoot me from behind and redo it tomorrow. It was so bad. We didn't know what we were doing, but
Yeah, we had some bald pate problems on the new show.
Really?
We did, Dave, and fat suit problems too, a little bit.
You know what the problem with the bald cap stuff is now the cameras are so good. Everything you see everything, you see every little detail. So Oh, you know what? You know who's here? You guys would like this a lot. We have a guy named an animal named Duck. Can we have Duck come in and say hi? Just say hi to Duck real quick. Can you see Duck?
Sure. Hi, Duck.
Hello.
Duck
See Duck. Where's
Duck?
Duck?
Hello, Duck. Where's Duck?
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
I don't.
Oh, there's Duck. There.
You see Duck? Okay, good.
Now. Hello, Duck.
My gosh, you are sweeties. It's nice to talk to you. By the way, I want to say, nice penis choices.
Why, thank you. They weren't entirely choices.
No.
Kevin and I were just born with them. Although with modern science, soon we will all be able to choose every appendage and swap them out.
I was annoyed that people were tweeting about that moment because I felt it was such a genuine, shocking, wonderful surprise when that happened that I was like, people were like, spoiler alert, you're going to see a lot of the kids in the hall. I'm like, don't. Just let people have that experience, but whatever.
I don't think, people don't know that just saying spoiler alert, then immediately saying the thing that's going to spoil things isn't helping anybody. It's not like people go, come on, I got time.
I remember the time I was with a guy that I just stabbed to death, and I said I gave him a murder alert, but he didn't take it seriously, and they still arrested me. So,
Duck, was there anything else?
Well, that I agree that it's been a fantastic breath of fresh air lately. Oh my gosh. Thank you for making it. Thanks for taking the plunge out of the
Thank you,
cave.
Duck. Thank you, Duck.
Thank you. Yeah.
Duck, what's Duck been up to? What have you been up to, Duck?
Thank you.
Oh, trying to find solid food source.
You mean a steady food source or a source of solid food?
I don't know, just something that won't give me diarrhea.
What do you say to people that throw the little bits of white bread at you? What do you say to those people?
I say, no!
But then you eat it anyway.
You can't resist. You can't resist.
And it's terrible. Causes bloating, and there's no nutrition in it.
You know what, Duck? I was thinking about your diarrhea problem, and maybe the real problem is that you don't have an orifice to excrete the diarrhea, and so it just builds up in you. Yeah, you should have your animator draw a little hole at the back so you can get rid of all that diarrhea, and that might help you.
Wow, you really went deep into the reality of the situation.
Are we talking like this, or
can we do a live?
Wait, is that too explicit?
You can do a live drawing.
Is that too explicit?
So you need to draw. I believe we're discussing a cloaca needs to be added.
Thank you, Dave.
Yeah.
Cloaca, the vagina, and the anus. You know that. That's
Oh my God! All right, listen.
Anyways,
I got to move things along.
Okay, we'll work on that.
Did you ever hear about that famous story about Marlon Brando fucking a duck in a sex club in Morocco?
No, please do tell.
Well, this is a very famous story that Wally Cox used to tell when he wasn't being blown by Marlon Brando. One time they were in Marrakesh, and they were going to sex clubs, and they went to a club where you would fuck a duck through its cloaca, which is the combination of vagina and anus. And the moment you were about to orgasm, they cut the duck's head off.
Jesus Christ!
And the spasms would give you an incredible orgasm. And apparently,
but they would shout "spoiler alert" to the duck first.
Spoiler alert!
But apparently, it ruined Marlon Brando for normal sex because the orgasm was so intense he could never go back to regular sex.
Oh Jesus! Would you be able to?
Corroborate?
I don't think I'd be able to perform.
Oh no, you would.
I don't know
if I knew the duck was going to die.
I'd shrivel right up.
Yeah.
Well,
be in full retreat.
Would you really? But there's people watching, so you might be able to do it.
Can we get Angie Dickinson on the line to confirm this story?
That is an incredible little bit of Marlon Brando trivia.
It is because I made it up. So.
Jesus.
Jeez.
I don't know why I'm so gullible.
Jesus, you believe everything. Your drummer.
You know what?
Your drummer didn't even believe it.
You know what made me think it was real for some reason? This is where my brain went. I immediately pictured that scene in Godfather 2 where they go to that sex club with the woman and the donkey or whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, I guess it's one of those things. Who knows?
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
That's so Brando.
I love you guys so much. I really... Jeez, you're just the best. What am I going to say? What am I supposed to say? Blake, you
you
take
just
over.
worship at the altar. I mean, it's amazing. I can't believe the kids are back. It's so great. The show is great, guys.
Well, you know what? Before we forget, because this is live, right? I should say that if other
What?
people
This
that
is
are in
live?
New York, Bruce McCullough is doing a run of his one-man show at the Soho Theater in New
There
York.
we go.
Starting last
Yesterday.
night or tonight. Starting yesterday.
Yes.
I'm going tomorrow.
That's very supportive of you. That's a very
Yeah.
supportive act of you to promote somebody who isn't even bothered to call in.
Yeah.
Hasn't even
I know,
bothered to.
I know. But
Show
you
me
notice
some
we're not
respect.
supporting Kevin. We're not supporting Kevin.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Thank you.
Kevin said he was going to be here, but then he's rehearsing some musical or something. There's something going on with him.
Oh, then he should be here because he shouldn't do that.
Right.
Uh,
Well, he says he's not very musical, so I don't know.
No, not very.
Matt, my producer, was telling me that you guys had terrible weather when you were making this show.
Well, it wasn't just us. The whole city. The whole city had it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like we go around with our own weather. I mean,
No,
we have
I think that.
this-
Well, you understand what I meant, though. I think.
Yeah. Did we have terrible weather? I can't remember.
I
don't
noticed
remember.
rain in a
Is
lot
that
of
what
scenes.
Matt-
I did
Is that
notice
what your
rain.
research people told Matt? That talk about the weather, the terrible weather in Toronto?
And
Was it
believe me,
raining a lot?
This wasn't one of those like lame talk show things that someone has like on a blue card for me. It just came up in my mind because he had mentioned it. It's not like I have prompts.
I don't.
Did it rain a lot? Actually, I don't remember.
I don't remember it raining a lot, Dave. Do you remember it raining a lot?
I don't know. I don't remember much.
All right. Well, this will be the part we clip out for the.
I don't know. This is what I was here for. I like on-set weather talk.
Well, wait a minute. How's the weather now?
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, well, we had a wonderful thunderstorm here in New York last night.
Oh, you don't get that in L.A.
No.
No.
Could use.
Where are you, Tim? Are you guys in LA?
I'm in Glendale.
Oh, you're in Glendale. That's LA.
The increasingly hip Glendale.
I know.
Is
It's becoming very
Yeah.
hot.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. It's Glendale's. Yeah, Glendale's a great little city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jewel City, Scott.
Yeah.
Is it Jewel City?
Yeah. But Scott, you're in Toronto, right?
I am. Yeah.
I want to get.
You want the weather?
I want to get lunch with you, man. Come on.
I love that. Why don't you? Aren't you ever coming up here and doing stuff?
I'm doing a show in Toronto. Yes, in July. So I'll
Oh,
hit
then
you
I'm
up.
going to come to that.
Okay.
Look, I'm going to write it down. Let me just write this
And
down.
Dave, if you want to come up to Toronto for that as well, you're invited. You'll be.
Right. Bit of a commute, but all right.
Oh,
Yeah.
we'll take care of you.
Really?
We'll
All
get
right.
you on the Greyhound bus, or
Yeah.
I'll do
You're
it.
not doing. You're not doing your show in New York at all, or
Yes, I am, but those are really like a big guest list.
those
for
are
that.
expensive tickets.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tough to get
The
in.
guest list is pretty tight right now.
All right.
Woody's coming, and Woody and the fam, all his
Yeah.
kids, all the kids
Tim,
he's
will
still
you be-
speaking with.
Oh God.
Will this be with your band, Tim?
Yeah,
this
I'm
be
doing
your
stand up and then my band. Yeah, we're doing it's an evening. It's almost like Bruce McCullough's one man show with
Oh, good. What's your band called, anyways?
the Very Good Band, Tim Heidecker and the Very Good Band.
There we
Like,
go.
I'm going to put you on the
yeah.
list right now, +1, Scott.
Okay.
Do people
And
show
I'm
up
going to-
expecting the Matthew Good Band?
Wait, who's the what is that?
Is he Canadian? I can't remember. Maybe that's.
He
Canadian.
seems Canadian. Or is it Matthew Sweet? That's
Matthew
Canadian?
Sweet?
No,
One of
no,
them.
Matthew Sweet's American. He's
American.
Yeah, he's wonderfully American.
Well,
More
yeah.
like more like
All
more
the
like
right
more
ways.
like Matthew Sour
Oh,
these days.
There we go.
These days with his attitude
These
about
days.
things. All right, I'm gonna let you go.
What?
You've done enough for us. You've done enough. You've served your country admirably. I watched that documentary. That was fucking great too.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, that
Do
was.
you,
Yeah.
do you like what? Let me ask you this: did you watch it? Is it weird to
Yes.
watch it?
We watched it together in Austin.
Wow.
We watched it together. Yeah.
And yeah, at South by Southwest, that was weird.
Yeah.
Very weird. 'Cause it's moved-
Four of the five were moved to tears.
During it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Who didn't cry?
Who didn't
Four
cry?
of the five.
Who do you think didn't cry?
Mark.
Yes.
Yes.
Good guess.
I mean, he said it in the
You do
documentary.
know the
He's like,
truth.
I don't cry.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
he doesn't cry.
Boy, I didn't know much about him, but in the documentary, he really comes across as this guy who's just kind of like, I don't give a shit about anything. It's like,
Yeah.
I didn't know.
It's his
You
patrician
still don't
upbringing.
find out much about Mark.
Yeah, I've known Mark. We've known Mark 40 years, and if you would ask me anything personal about Mark, all I could tell you was his height. That's it.
And even then, he would have a cease and desist order and start talking about his height.
Fascinating.
You're talking to the open books. Dave and I are the open books.
Yeah. Well, I remember, Scott, when you came to our studio so long ago, I mean, yeah, you did hang out a while, and we got a lot of info. We got the download.
You got a lot of those stories. You got the real shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Duck thinks he has diarrhea.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, kid. You must hate the word kids, though, right? Kids, you're done with.
Well, now it's funny again.
You guys seem so. I love seeing guys who are like we had the band Pavement on a few weeks ago.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
Pavement,
Wonderful
right?
band, great band.
Yeah, and I loved this couple of you guys and them Gen X to the core. You guys probably you're Gen X, right?
Technically, no, not really.
Right,
I think I'm on the cusp.
But you identify as, or you're.
Doug Copeland said we're Gen X, so we are.
But sort of this coming into acceptance about who you are and what you've done and your careers and everything is just both. That band certainly had it, and I see it in you guys, and it's something that I hope I can have one day.
Tim, are you saying that we exhibit a certain amount of grace?
Grace is the word.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the word? Grace?
Grace.
Yeah. That's the. And I'm hoping that
gratitude. Hashtag gratitude.
Gratitude. And I think that you're not quite there, Tim, but you're getting there.
I'm fighting. It's a struggle.
And and again, it shows that we have done a wonderful job of concealing our sweaty desperateness.
Yeah, guys played off well.
Yeah, that's a good move. Your strategic stuff is impressive. I hope to emulate it insincerely.
Strategic grace.
Strategic grace. Good stuff.
Yes, it is. We learned from Meghan Markle. Strategic grace.
Oh, and again, speaking of course of grace, happy Jubilee for the Queen.
Yes.
Jubilee
for the Queen.
Scott, can we get a little Queen from you? Let me just say, Queen, congratulations on all these wonderful years.
I'm standing on my own 2 feet. Here we are.
Yep. Amazing you're alive.
It is.
Did you read her tweet this morning? Fuck you, Victoria. That's all she said.
Whoa. Mic drop.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen.
Are you a fan, Tim, of the Queen?
I like that Crown. The Crown, that show, The Crown, was good. So I am. It does fascinate me. It's interesting.
Well, don't you think that she exhibits a certain amount of grace?
Strategic grace. Yes, I believe.
Strategic grace.
But she's made a mess of her own family. I mean, the proof is in her offspring and everything, right?
Is it her fault or is it the fault of the children for demanding feelings?
Thank you. There we go. See, Dave made the good point there, Tim. Really, wasn't really her fault.
It's not her fault.
We needed fine for centuries without feelings.
We should have hardened. We needed to have hardened the monarchy. That's why they're falling apart. We needed to harden it and add more doors and more security out front, and we wouldn't
more
have this.
Doors. More doors. The English didn't need emotions until Diana.
No.
And that kind of ruined everything.
Yep.
But Dave and I are holding on. We're holding on. We still don't need emotions.
I know. What can I say? What is my closing remarks? It would be great to have the rest of you on next time.
You've been trying to get us off for a while now.
Well, you brought up Platinum Jubilee, and that set me off.
I know.
Goodbye!
There's no...
Get the hell out of here!
So long, kids in the hall. For now, we'll see you sometime down the road. Until then, I will bid you adieu.
Adieu.
Back to you. All right, you're welcome anytime.
Thank you.
Thank you. This has been fun.
All right, love you
Really
guys.
fun.
What an honor.
I love you too.
I love you. There's no reason for you to say it back, but I know that's courtesy.
No, I love you.
We love you. We love you. Long time fans.
Oh, thank you,
time
guys.
love you.
All right. We're going to take a break. That's what we need to do. We're going to take a break and music from Vicky Farewell coming soon. Farewell. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Wow,
Yeah, let's get a tune from Vicky, and then we'll do a break. Yeah.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you feeling?
Thanks, guys.
Feeling ready?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Let's get
Scott,
a tune.
love you. Bye.
I just don't know what to say. If you wanna let go, let me know. You said stop, girl, you're moving too fast. I can't help myself, there's something about you. These thoughts inside my brain, they're driving me insane. Will they change? Will they change? Are we okay? Ooh, baby, is it okay? Ooh, I just don't know what to say. If you're ready to go, let me know. 'Cause I just don't know what to say. If you wanna let go, let me know. Are we okay? Ooh, baby, is it okay? Ooh, I just don't know what to say. If you're ready to go, let me know. I just don't know what to say. If you wanna let go, let me know. Thank you.
Woo! That was awesome. All right, we'll be back in 5 to talk to Vicky Farewell and Blake Anderson sticking around. See you soon.
Rocket, man.
And here's Tim's new video.
Wow, that was magical.
Sirens of Titan, Venus and Furs, Claudia Schiffer. My dad got me a water bed, must have got a deal on her. Peter Arnett in a Baghdad hotel. Peter Arnett showing us Baghdad, getting bombed to hell. Peter Arnett showing Scud missiles heading for Israel. Should be an easy war to win, but you can never tell. I'm on my bed, sloshing around, listening to Sunday morning, Venus and Furs. Think about some bad news, think about the bad news. Think about the good grades I should have got and all work I gotta do. At dinner tonight, I will try not to show any attitude. working at the university. I was a little shit, a little right wing. When he said he loved Clinton, I couldn't help but disagree. I was fiscally conservative until I got that college degree. Sirens of Titan, Venus and Furs, Claudia Schiffer.
Knows how long I've loved you, but you don't love me still. What can I do to convince you? If you want me to, I'll kill. Just pick an old ex-boyfriend, and then with no remorse, I will hunt him down and kill him, and present you with the corpse. Killing whoever for your pleasure, stab him right in the heart. Our love is better when they're deader. I want to cut them apart. And when at last they find me, they'll throw me into jail. But although I'll be in prison, I'll be thinking about your kissing. If you'd only fucking listen to me, oh, you know I'll kill. I'll kill.
Let's unmute, please, and get going.
Well, well, well. Vicky Farewell. More like Vicky, hello. Because that is a top tune.
Thank you.
And a great performance, a great whirly performance. Beautiful playing. Great voice. I'm going to give you the full evaluation, musical evaluation. Great voice.
I'm getting flashbacks from college, music school in college right now, but it's
Well,
okay. I can handle
America's Got Talent.
Yes. Well, I'll tell you what happened about two.
Stupid, but funny.
Vicky, you've got something, that's for sure. You've got something. And don't think you're quite ready to move forward. No, just kidding. I looked over at Blake like halfway through. We're like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
Right? We gave each other a look like,
Yeah. Holy smokes.
yeah, this is the real deal.
Yeah, I said it came out of nowhere, but it was just like you just changed the vibe of this place so quickly. It was like unreal. Transported. I got chills. That was so dope.
We love breaking new artists here on the show, but you are currently on Mac. So Mac DeMarco started a record label,
Yes, he did.
and you are.
I'm the second artist on his label.
Who was the first?
A gentleman named Tex Crick. He's awesome too. I
Okay.
love his record.
So you have an album out now.
I have my album out. It's called Sweet Company, out on Mac's record label, called Mac's Record Label.
Perfect.
And it's been out for about a couple months now.
Okay.
But I'll be touring on it soon, opening for Mac in August.
Awesome.
We're currently planning a whole East Coast tour in the fall. So I'll be announcing those dates pretty soon.
Well, thank you for coming in, and please stay and join and chime in.
I would love to.
How about those kids in the hall, huh?
They're so sweet.
I
God, they're
know.
so fucking funny. I wish I could be that funny and on every moment of my life.
So quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get shit for being like, hey, they wanted to stick around and you wanted to move. You know, that's what I'm gonna get. Goodbye. And it was this guy that hit that drop. But I wanted to give you time. That's it's all about. I'm the ringmaster.
Yeah, you are.
Yes, you are.
And I say who goes and who stays.
I was thinking to hear your voice. It's funny because I'm on the algorithm of Tim Pool. You know, that creep Tim Pool with his dumb beanie cap and his bad ideas and bad opinions. And does this live show and he's got these like 3 guys and there's a woman. And the woman seems to just chime in with like full agreement, no matter what he's talking about, and just having your voice in my head, in my ears, just throughout the rest of the show. You should just like agree with whatever I say, right?
Yes.
So like if I said, well, you know, a lot of these gun control people, they're the ones that have all the guns.
Yes, they do.
You said it.
You said it.
And I agree.
You're right again, Tim.
I mean, they want to take away our rights.
Yes, Tim.
You should listen to that show for 5 minutes. Okay. That's all they do is go, yep, you got it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Couldn't agree more, Tim. All right, Matt, what should we do? Produce the hell out of this show for
party,
once.
baby. Now we're cooking.
Let's check in on the hotline.
Woo. Yeah, hotline fever. I got the hotline. Oh, someone's doing a bong hit.
Okay.
So cool.
All right. So that must be a workaholic.
Must be a I got you.
Working hard, hardly working.
201, you are live on the air, on the hotline.
This is Sick Vic.
Hey, Sick.
Sam, can we talk off air?
Sick
can we
Vic.
talk off
Oh,
air?
he's Sick Vic.
Yeah, we're off the air. What is it?
I'm sorry to come in today.
That's all right. Are you truly sick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
Didn't think
I
past
was
the
out-
first
I was-
line of his bit.
No, I don't know. I believe him.
All right, bail on this hotliner.
No, I'm sick. I'm really sick. Come back.
Let me hear the sound of you vomiting in the toilet.
No.
All right, drop him now. Don't take.
No, come
Bye,
back.
Sick
No,
Vic.
come back.
Actually, let's listen to Vic's actual message he sent us.
Okay.
Let's see if it's him. I don't know.
Goodbye, everyone.
Oh, he passed away.
Is that what he said?
Those are his last words.
Goodbye, everyone.
Pretty sad.
Wow, he sounded
Goodbye,
really bad.
everyone.
Poor guy.
What's up with Katie Kirby? Oh, we have to talk to Katie Kirby real quick because she has her hand raised and is responsible for the "Fuck You, Ted Cruz" poster that was at the NRA protest. Correct, Katie?
Yes.
Unbelievable work.
Thank you.
What are you doing now? Are you a Houston person?
Sort of. I'm actually right now. I'm in Madison, Wisconsin, which is a beautiful town that apparently you're gonna perform in.
I'm looking up the date right now. Madison, Wisconsin. If people are not familiar with, I think it's at the Barrymore.
Yeah, I took a picture because
the Barrymore.
everything about my life seems to involve you and office hours.
Oh, we
and
got a creep on her
following me everywhere.
Uh-oh. So July 21st, Madison, Wisconsin, part of the big the Two Tims tour, we're calling it now. No More Bullshit and the Very Good Band on the road. Tickets on sale at timheidegger.com/live.
Good job.
Oh, I got the Vic sick.
Great marketing. I think I should.
So, that poster was hilarious and triggering for many Cruz heads, I'm sure. You a big Ted Cruz fan?
Oh yeah.
I fucking
But
hate
wait, I
Ted
think we
Cruz.
should clear something up.
'Kay.
Just because I, made the amateur mistake of like looking at comments.
Oh yeah.
And the most that we communicated about this was public. We've met before, but it was a long time
You
ago.
suggesting that I somehow coordinated this with you or asked you to do this? Is that what you're saying?
No, other people, I don't know, we're writing stuff about like how this was like marketing and you were trying to like use this moment, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what
Oh, really?
talking about?
No, man. I'm trying to be strategic grace, like we talked about with the kids. But no, I mean, there's things that just come up out of. I'd be in a much stronger position if I kept my mouth shut about certain things. That's for sure. My question is, what is that picture on there?
Oh my God.
Is that a fetus?
Okay, so I decided, I didn't get any art direction, because this was spontaneous.
Sure.
You didn't take my notes.
I didn't. Sorry.
Yeah,
So,
that looks like
the hell
a
is that?
sonogram.
It is. I was like, you know what? I think there needs to be an appearance from the unborn because everybody keeps talking about them. So.
Oh, is that like that one you get towards the end of the pregnancy where it's like the crazy 3D? It looks like that.
Oh, there were, yes.
They look like melted wax. I remember that one.
Yeah.
And this one kind of had like multiple things going on. It was sort of like covering its face, like it was ashamed, and then kind of doing,
Middle
you
finger.
know, and the finger. It just, I was like,
Even the
this is
unborn are saying "fuck you" to Ted Cruz. Who
Oh,
Ted
man.
Cruz seems to even thinks like at least he'd have some allies with them because he's trying to get them born.
Yeah, they're on the chopping
No.
block. What the heck?
But I have to say that
At least Ted
so many
Cruz cares
people
about us.
were like,
Thank you, Ted Cruz, for all you're doing to keep us to let us get born.
We want to get out and get our guns.
I gotta get born. Only Ted Cruz cares about me.
Thanks, Ted Cruz.
Thank you, Ted Cruz.
That would be a great commercial.
Can you please make that so my mommy can't kill me? So that she has to get born. Help me, Ted Cruz. They're coming for me. Please, please, Ted Cruz, help me. Change the laws so my mommy has to get me born.
It's happening. It's happening.
That's fucked up. I see people are shocked and horrified.
Oh my gosh.
They probably have real videos like that, like of weird pro-life people who are making videos of like the thought process of the unborn.
For sure. You got
Good
to.
stuff.
Come on.
Anyways, thank you for your service, Katie. And maybe I'll see you in Madison. How about that?
no, I live in Houston.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, maybe I'll see you in Houston. I don't know.
Won't see you then.
Don't bring that sign.
Thanks, Katie.
Don't make it all about you, Katie, okay?
Yeah, come on.
Are you related to Wendy Kirby, I must ask? Of
Oh,
course.
sorry. I muted.
That's okay. No.
Let's see.
Hi, Katie, bye.
Let's check in with Doug Pound in Spain. Or is he in Spain? Where are you, Doug?
We'll find out. Hello?
Wow.
Look at this,
Wow, he
my
looks
brother.
Rocket, man.
There we go.
Shame on you, man. Shame on you. Fuckers having so much fun, are you? Where are you?
I'm in Lisbon, Portugal, and my friends are mad at me because I'm making them stay here, so they just got some food.
That's food?
What do you mean? Explain yourself. They're mad at you because you're making them stay there. What's going on?
I was waiting to talk. I was waiting to talk to you guys, so I said I gotta.
Oh, you're trying to hit the
there's my
road.
friend
Huh?
Matt.
That guy, he looks like a
I'll go
guy
outside.
I
I'll
wanna
show
hang out
you. We just got to our Airbnb here. I'll show you.
with. Is this going to piss you off,
There's.
Tim?
You can kind of see what.
Oh, yeah, it looks like any place.
Kind of see what we have over here.
Yeah, beautiful. Looks
Yeah.
like any place. Looks like Glendale.
Paintball
It just looks.
course?
It looks like San Francisco, kind of.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Hey, look, say hi to Blake.
Hey, what up, Doug?
What's up, Blake? Nice drops. Where did you get those?
I don't know. They just
Anybody
put it in
can
my lap.
have
Yeah,
them.
this
Some of
is
my
easy,
signature
man.
drops.
Did you handpick these?
Shut the fuck up!
Yeah, Doug, stay as long as you like, man. Have fun. Enjoy it. No, I'm just kidding,
What
man.
happened to
missed
Vic?
him. Vic's sick. He's
died.
vomiting. He's got some kind of
With
stomach
what?
flu. Who knows?
He passed away. He sent us his last words. He's
Yeah.
dead. He's gone.
He's passed.
Goodbye, everyone.
Well, it's great to see you guys.
Are you having fun?
How was the city of the day? Was there a
Yeah, there was
commercial?
a city of the day somewhere in Detroit, somewhere outside of Detroit.
Was
the gay
was there a
suburbs
sponsor?
of Detroit. Oh, a great sponsor, Roberta Flack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Well performed by me. Oh, Doug, I had
when the
I had a
cat's away, the
sponsor-
mice were playing.
I had a
'cause
sponsor
wasn't a
idea
Doug.
that I don't. Pardon me. No,
Sorry.
I do sincerely apologize for that. I had a sponsor idea. I don't think it's good enough for the show, but it would be a restaurant called Pick Your Own Pan, and it's you choose which pan your food is cooked in. Pick your pan, and they come out and show
I wrote
you
a
all
lot
these
of.
pans.
I have a lot. I've been writing City of the Day sponsors a lot. I have a whole list of new ones. So when I come back, I'm gonna have a fresh.
That's what we need you to.
stack of them.
That's what's going to be compulsory for our team is travel. Get out, explore. It opens your mind to creativity, right? It's nothing's better for you than travel.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
Blake, you don't get out.
I'm ready for a lot of hot. What is it? Spain? You're in Spain?
I'm in Portugal now, but I was in Spain for like a week.
Well, I'm looking forward to some hot Spain takes.
Yeah. I sprained my ankle the other day, by the way.
Hey!
All right, Doug. Does anyone want to say hi to Doug?
Say hi to Doug.
They know Doug.
Let's take a Zoomer.
You
Yeah,
want
let's
to talk
take
to
a
a
Zoomer.
Zoomer?
Take a Zoomer.
All right. You want to talk to Shaquan?
Sure. Shaquan's iMac.
Here we go.
Howdy. Are you guys there? Can you
Yep.
hear me?
Can hear
You're
you.
a little
I can
low,
see
but
you.
we hear you.
You want me to turn myself up? Is that
Yeah,
okay?
give us a little more gain.
How about that?
Boost it.
There you go.
A little bit better?
There we
Yeah.
go.
Hot?
How can I help you, Shaquan?
How you guys doing? Big fan of everybody. I'm actually not Shaquan. He's let me use his computer. My name's
Okay.
Lil Vegan Raw.
Okay.
But I'd love to ask Blake some questions about this friendship that he has with Tim.
Sure. Doug,
and,
you got any opinions on this?
On who? He was kind of quiet. You have a friendship with who?
I want to know about Blake's friendship with Tim.
As many do.
Oh, me.
Okay.
So
what's
do I.
Yeah. So, do you want to phrase that into an actual question as opposed to a statement?
Yes, sir. Actually, I'll scrap this question.
How
This
did
is
you
a
meet? How long have you known each other? Right? That
better
kind of
question.
stuff. That's what you want to
better
know.
question. Better question for Blake. Would you rather be a king or a wizard, and why?
King or a wizard? This is the question.
Yes,
And why?
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of a no-brainer. Wizard, you have magical spells. You live for forever. Wizards never die. Their magical essence lives on, as you know.
I'll be king. I'll have the wizard killed.
Okay, good luck with that one, buddy.
What are you
Tim, I
gonna do?
just
Turn
wanna
into a
say,
dragon? Yeah, right.
Oh, what are you
Tim, I
gonna,
just wanna say
gonna
I'm a
get your
big
army
fan.
on me or something? Come on.
I'm gonna stick you at the top of
fan of
that
yours.
tower so you can't get up. Remember when Gandalf's up at the top of that tower and he's like, "Fuck, can't get the fuck out of here." What am I gonna
Get down
do?
from this thing.
I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call some giant bird. He's gonna help me out.
I'm gonna turn into a moth
Falcon
or
power.
something.
Yeah, that's pretty good when you turn into that.
I'm a
moth.
big fan, Tim. I'm gonna be there in Philly on the 1st with my lady friend. We're gonna see you.
Oh, I
Tim
appreciate
becomes
that.
home, as people are saying.
The Fillmore, baby.
Oh,
Yes,
that's awesome.
yes.
I need
sir.
you to
It's
get
gonna
out
be
there
great.
on South Street. I need you to get out there on Locust Avenue and
Yes, sir.
6th Street and get the people out and get them excited.
That's true.
Yeah,
Now, tickets are moving very well in Philly. It's looking like it's selling out, very close to selling out, 70%, 80% sold already. Big
Last thing I'll
rooms.
say, no mean to interject, but I don't want to take up too much time. I love your work, and I developed this new recipe for remixes. It's called Vegan Remixes.
Okay.
No one's done this yet, and it's just taking every regular top 40 classic Grammy hit, like your music, and veganizing it a little bit.
So how would that go?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for starters, let's take one of your crazy hits. Find someone who can handle you.
Love it.
I would come here with a vegan twist on it.
Here comes the vegan.
Can you
twist.
guys hear that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, so it would go a little something like this. I'm chewing on lettuce now. I can't do any more swine.
Any more swine?
That's really good.
No package of skins. There ain't no.
I'm into this.
I hate who's sitting in brine.
Nice.
If you want a grow man, if you want some love, man, find a walk so you can handle food. So that's just a little sample.
I
That's
love
just a
it.
little sample right there, you know? But
I have a
I don't wanna take
personal
up too
Weird
much time.
Al treatment.
There you go.
The
There you
food
go.
album, baby.
Thanks, Shaquan.
Love you guys. I'm
I mean,
a big
not
fan. I
Shaquan.
can't wait to see you guys.
We know who
Thanks,
you
man.
are.
Say
That
hello.
was
and-
awesome.
Listen, I have an announcement to make about the shows. I keep saying I'll see you here, I'll see you there. It's going to be difficult to. I'm going to try to figure out a safe way to say hi to everybody because these days traveling, I can't get COVID on the road. It's going to be disastrous. So I can't. I wanted to say this the other day. After all this, everything. I'm sure there'll be some kind of tragedy during my trip. There's going to be some kind of fucking school shooting again.
Yep.
Some kind of goddamn massacre.
Yeah.
Thanks to Ted Cruz and the NRA. But so I have so much. I want to hug everybody. I want to give people hugs. I want to hug everybody that I'm looking at right now. Hug and be like, man, it's good to see you. I love you. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that on the road.
You can wear like a suit.
Tim, I got a City of the Day fake ad sponsor idea.
Just
for
the
that.
guy is out of his.
Stepping right on your
He's
toes.
a classic, ain't he?
One
Go ahead,
track
Doug.
mind.
Go ahead, please.
Why don't you just make a big rubber bust of your top,
Right.
and then like an iPad where your face is, and you can be zoomed in.
Do you think
The
that's
arm
going to feel the same for me? Do you think that's going to satisfy those urges to show
Human
compassion
connection.
and love? That was a pretty good reaction.
It's gonna have to do.
It'll
Was
have
that-
to
It's gonna
do.
have to do.
Was that your statement? Because we're keeping Matt Deitsch waiting.
Okay,
I also
Doug,
have this.
go ahead.
I'm gonna hang up. Can I just give you one more idea?
Yeah.
When people, it's like a selfie stick, but it has a mask on it. And if somebody doesn't have a mask, you selfie stick the mask onto their face.
Oh, I thought you were going
Then
to
you can
write
talk
that
to
one.
them.
That was going to be a good one.
Oh, interesting.
That's a spoiler.
That's
Well,
really
no,
good.
this is just a little preview. I mean, this is. I mean,
This is the pitch meeting.
why not give a little taste, right, Matt? Right, Tim?
I think so.
I liked that
I'm
one.
all for
All
it,
right,
buddy.
Tim hates,
discussed
Tim's
that
over it. All right,
I'm loving it. Don't
got no laugh.
Doug is scrambling
laughs.
because me and Vic wrote our own one this week and didn't use his.
Mm.
Wow.
Some
All right.
controversy.
And I'm pretty good with
All
this
right.
thing.
Shut the fuck up!
Doug,
Thanks, Doug. We
Listen,
love you.
I love you, and I thank you for calling in, and I want you to have the best time of your life out there. Okay, just be safe.
Love you, Doug.
Gracias, me gusto. See you later. Bye, Blake. Great to see you.
You too. I miss you.
And peace be with you.
Yes,
Miss
from the
you
man
guys.
himself.
I can't wait to be back in Glendale.
All right. Thank you, Doug. All right, now we're going to talk to a man named Matt, not Captain Carlin.
Strong name.
But I'm hesitating because I'm not sure about the pronunciation of the last name. I should have done my research.
Deitsch?
Deitsch?
Yes.
Hello, Matt
Correct.
Deitsch. How you doing, man? You all right?
Oh.
I'm doing all right. I mean, as well as I can be waking up in the world we live in.
Yes.
I appreciate the opportunity to talk to you, your audience. I'm a huge fan, Tim.
Thank you.
It's hard to be funny for as long as you've been funny. So I really respect and appreciate that.
No, apparently no one, me and George Burns are the only two that have been able to do it at the length that we've done.
It's huge.
I'm not as funny as some of the big names like you and everybody
thanks,
else, but
brother.
but me and George have maintained
Yeah.
that number of years more than
Great
anyone.
peers, yeah.
Still smoking.
For all these years.
So Matt, you reached out to me. I don't, you are. How you explain where you're coming from and who you are?
Yeah, so my name is Matt Deitsch. I'm currently 24 years old. I'm calling in from Parkland, Florida, one of the safest cities in America for over a decade. And my brother and sister survived the shooting in Parkland. And a bunch of people didn't, obviously. And so after that, I started an organization with friends of mine called the March for Our Lives, where we led protests around the United States, over 900 marches around the world. Millions of people turned out. I registered over 1 million people to vote. We got rid of NRA candidates in the House, Senate, presidency. We were told that would be victory, and here we are, 4 years later.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished, indeed, yeah. So after my time on March for Our Lives, I became the gun violence policy advisor to Bernie Sanders in 2020, and after that fell apart, worked to help the Trump coup in the fall with other organizers and volunteers. And now I do a lot of grassroots organizer trainings.
You just said you helped
call-
I missed that. You said you helped to that helped the Trump coup?
You were there on January 6th?
What's this now?
Yeah, so like you can look this up. The New York Times wrote a big article about it. The AFL-CIO and Chambers of Commerce and like a bunch of grassroots organizers and activists put together political programs to counter what Trump was doing to try to steal the election.
Okay.
And
it made it sound like you were part of like the January 6th insurrection, just the way you phrased it. That's
no, yeah, don't look through the footage. I'm not in it.
Okay.
No, yeah. So we were part of just trying to stop the slow motion like bullshit that was happening, where they're trying to slowly count certain votes and fuck around with stuff. But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about how we react to mass shootings, how we're part of these cycles of violence, and how we can all stop being complacent and actually do something. So that's what I DM'd you about, and you responded quickly. I'm surprised. You're a busy person, and I appreciate you having me on.
Okay, so what are the things our listeners, can and should be doing in this moment in time?
So I'd say the biggest thing is to not just be reacting. Like, it's hard to, like, you want to say something, but you have to do some research. You have to politically educate yourself. When people are organizing from a place of trauma and rage, it's hard to build up, like actually be in conversation with the people you need to be talking to. So people have been combating this fight for so long. When we got involved, we knew that there are people combating gun violence for years. And so we tried to get in contact with as many people as possible. And we realized like we were reinventing the wheel with a lot of the political programs we were doing. And so there's a lot of information. There's a lot of people out there doing the quality work. It's about trying to find them. And if you have the capacity to work with them, politically educate yourself, politically educate others, that can go a long way. But also, if you don't, and you just have the capacity to support, like funding programs that train political organizers and run these grassroots programs, mutual aid in the community, builds up movement capacity, and all of this, because right now we're all being abandoned by the state, and they're not supporting us. They're okay with mass death, like we've seen it with COVID, we see it with gun violence, we see it with our healthcare system. So if we can build systems of support for people that are also raising the consciousness of what's going on, then we can actually take on the entire violent system. So like the main target for me in 2018 was the NRA, because they were in the front line saying these kids are actors and they're puppets, and they were okay spitting on us right after this happened.
Yeah.
And so that's the easy person to fight back, and they become the front facing PR wing of the weapons lobby. But the weapons lobby has this whole thing behind it. I see people in the chat talking about the military-industrial complex. And so it's important to understand that, like, there's Raytheon and Boeing and all these large corporations, oil bank companies, and they fund both sides of the aisle. Bipartisanship tends to be the largest military budget, largest police budget, and that all goes straight back to the weapons lobby that then pays the NRA to basically be the persuasive wing, the people agitating and more militant.
Right.
And so it's important for us to be just as militant and on taking on the different levels of organization that we're up against. Because if we're just attacking one head, there's all these other arms like growing and spreading. And the example I always use is like after the Parkland shooting, they passed a law to put cops in every school in Florida. And that didn't lead to any downturn in violence. It led to more expulsions, more suspensions, fines to children, arrests.
Cops gotta give them something to do. They're gonna like, all right, well, I'm here now, so I guess I'm gonna start like giving people shit.
Yeah, the cop at Stoneman Douglas who famously hid in his car during the shooting and prevented EMTs from coming in, he was notorious for being sexist and harassing women on campus and picking on Black students. And so like this is something that's happening systemically. It's much larger. So like the kids that give me the most hope, I met 5th graders in LA who are organizing to get cops off campus and get counselors on campus.
Right.
And so if these 5th graders can figure it out, like we can figure it out talking to each other and figuring out how to support the people with the ideas.
Is there something to, because I know we've got March for Your Lives. Is it March for Your Lives or March? Yeah, that's correct, right? March for Our Lives or Your Lives?
Our
March
lives.
for Our Lives.
Yeah.
Every town.
Yeah.
Who else? Because do you feel like there needs to be a, like the NRA is one blob of a giant organization, Is it too fractured? Is the movement too fractured?
Well, I mean, like you name every town. Every town is Mike Bloomberg's organization, right? Like
Yeah.
it's almost completely backed by big dollars, and they absorb a lot of money after these tragedies. Like it's financially lucrative for them. So like after the Parkland shooting, they raised more money than they had ever raised. And I had a meeting with the head of every town telling him, hey, you have to give a portion of that, at least a portion of that to the community. And they weren't going to until we actually launched like a more pressure campaign against them. And they lured it up on us. They lured it up on a bunch of kids, right? So the organizations I tend to point people to, there's a great organization out of Texas called the Community Justice Action Fund. It's Black-led out of Houston. They have things that really get to the root of gun violence, not just the stuff that's popular. Because just because something's popular doesn't mean it's the main thing we have to be pushing.
Right.
The popular stuff for me is proof that this shit that we don't have power in the system. That like we have way less of a say because 90-something% of us agree on something doesn't mean it's going to get done. But if like something like being anti-abortion is less than 1 in 4 people like actually are against that, like aggressively, and that gets done because we don't live in a system that actually reflects like the political will of people. So other organizations include like there's Good Kids Mad City, that's a youth-based organization out of Chicago and Baltimore.
We'll link into all these things so people can put their pens down. I don't see anybody doing that, but I think it should be, but they don't have to. What are there things? Are there things that you would say these are very logical, common sense federal laws that could be passed if we put enough pressure on, not only I mean, it's kind of like there's no point in putting pressure on Republicans, but you can put enough pressure on Democrats to make it very politically unpopular for them to stop or for them to not, act more vigorously on it. Like, are there like raising the age, like the things that seem like everyone would kind of like, mostly everybody would come to agreement on that, except unless you're a lunatic.
Yeah, like I mean, I think the more productive route right now is most likely trying to get the executive branch to do more, specifically like.
So an executive order about like raising the age to 21 for any kind of gun sales.
Yeah, it was really interesting. Kamala Harris ran on a platform around gun violence that included a lot of stuff from the executive branch that none of that stuff has happened, right?
Right. So we could we should be putting pressure on Biden and Schumer and Pelosi to just act.
Yeah, to do more, because at least my experience with them was, but I also don't expect them to save us, if I'm being frank. Like, I think we have to organize ourselves and get ourselves out of this, because these are the same people who materially benefit from all this shit. Like, Democrats are out fundraising right now on saying we got to combat gun violence.
And they don't do anything.
And they don't have a real political strategy. Yeah, they're not offering anything. I was told in 2018 by Nancy Pelosi, by Chuck Schumer, like, if we like took out enough NRA people, if we got enough like local support and stuff, then if we flip the House, flip the Senate, flip the presidency, then we'd see change. And we haven't, because these guys use organizers. They try to, I think what you're talking about when the dividing of the space, that's really where it is. Everyone who's willing to actually be in the community talking to each other has to be the people who are working together more than the people who are at the top, because our access to people at the top tends to elevate a lot of these organizers, and it actually pulls them away from the people they need to be working with to build real power. And so, yeah, I think Joe Biden for sure should feel the pressure to do more, but he was vice president during Sandy Hook and they didn't do anything. He was the leader of the gun violence task force. I had talked to people who were on that task force and said that he didn't have anything to offer.
What do you think about
you? Yeah.
What do you think about my idea of, I don't know if I publicly said this or not, but like, who cares what I think, but starting from a position of repeal the Second Amendment, ban all guns, you children cannot have your toys anymore, you babies, you child, right? Start there. That's where I'm starting from. You want to talk? You want to sit down at the table and negotiate? Okay. Here's where I'm starting from. I'm not starting with red flag laws and let's be more and hardening schools. I'm going to start from the most extreme, most hardened position that says none. Fuck the Constitution. Who gives a shit? Some piece of parchment made by racists. who owned people. I don't give a shit about the Constitution, okay? We're going to take your guns because you're children who are acting like babies and have become brainwashed by just another, like, basic, by the gun manufacturers, okay? So, and I'm not, between you and me, that's our starting negotiating point, okay?
Right.
Does that make sense to anybody but me?
You're playing hardball. I like it.
That's right. I learned. I was on The Apprentice. I was on Celebrity Apprentice, and I learned a lot from Donald Trump. This is how you negotiate. But Matt, what are your thoughts?
What are my thoughts on that? Yeah, so I do think there is a lot of validity to the conversation around like, do the people of the United States need a new constitution? Because it isn't.
Oh boy,
it is one of the longest.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah.
It for sure is, but I mean, there's interesting precedent. I mean, Chile is rewriting their constitution right now because it wasn't serving the people. In our documents, it says if the government stops serving the people have a right to make a new government. So
of course, yeah. I mean, like it's an amendment. I mean, it's just like we're all talking to each other, being like, yeah. And I'm in like a time loop where it's just like, have I been having this conversation since high school?
It's
like,
crazy,
right, Blake?
Nothing changes.
But we have to be positive, and we have to hope for a better life for my children. I've got children, for Christ's sake. Matt could have been a child of mine. Matt.
That's true. You guys look kind of similar.
So Matt,
huh?
is it crazy to have that position? Are we shooting ourselves in our foot? We don't want to talk about shooting.
Yeah, come on.
Well, no, I think being persuasive is really important, and getting people, specifically people who have the capacity to activate more people and create mass organization. So anything that can agitate around there, I think when you actually analyze like who are the people who are fucking us over the most, like the largest social movement in U.S. history happened 2 summers ago against the police.
Yeah.
The most people, and what was the response? Both parties were like, this bad. Some people took pictures of protests. The people focused on people stealing baby formula.
Oh wait, no, they burned cities down. I don't know if you've heard the talking points from the right. Full cities burned down, according to them.
I went to Ferguson in 2018 and spent Father's Day with Mike Brown Sr. Right? Like, and when I did this, like we went through the day, like how Mike Brown was killed by the police, the area that was the protest. It's like a city block. It was a small area of land that the media came in and made look like a war zone. And that's the same thing that happened in 2020 in Portland. But it's also that like people don't calculate, like Obama sent tanks to Ferguson and this was a story for over almost 2 months. And like I have friends that I've talked to who are down there, and like the movement didn't die out there. Like it just continued, like organizers continue to train other people, responding to other tragedies. But I think an issue with when we organize from a place of trauma, we tend to just rely on anyone who will listen to us.
Right.
And we have to be organizing with the people who have been in this fight for a while and have a lot of wisdom to offer. And I think that one of the bigger flaws of like what we were doing with the youth movement was like, we weren't turning to movement elders. We weren't turning to people who had been in this fight for their entire lives. And we were relying on people who had just become activated. Some people had great ideas, some people didn't.
Sure.
But
well, you guys were kids. I mean, you were kids, and you're just doing what you thought was for the best. And I think no fault to you. And I, there's still at least there's a place to go. Are you? And there's a march coming up on the 11th, right?
Yeah.
Do you?
The June.
Is that something you recommend people do?
Yeah, I mean, I recommend anyone do anything to show support.
My thing with that is, and I would say, I'm gonna go. We're gonna make it an office hours event. You come, say we can hang out, march together as a community. But my message to those guys is like, do it on a fucking Wednesday. Do it for 3 days. Do it for 5 days. Shut the streets down. Close the banks. Right? Because otherwise it's a recreational, it's performative, right? I mean, we marched the Women's March, the marches, it's good. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but is it affecting change? The answer is, I don't know. I don't think so.
No, it's a small tactic in a bag of tricks that needs to be used, and it's easy for mobilization. Mobilization is really easy. You can get people to go somewhere, do a thing once. Sustaining it is very hard. And so because we have like such a good community here with the office hours group that's going to go, I would just say, like, not just to pay attention to the people who are organizing the event, who that might be what they do. They organize events and they come and go,
Right.
but to talk to the people who are like you, who came out there to support it, and the people who really care, and make connections with that group of people so that you can start to serve the people who are actually combating these problems. Because anything that can get us talking to each other is a good thing. We're very socially isolated. Obviously, COVID played a huge part of that, but more than that, we were socially isolated before. The thing that the people in power fear the most is all of us finding ways to come together in a common goal. And our common goal, everyone agrees that we want to end these shootings. We want to protect kids. We all agree on that, actually, for the most part. We just disagree. There's like 20% of people say we need more guns everywhere, and 80% of people say we need less guns. And
it's probably an accurate split there.
I've done a lot of polling and surveying, so it's like, but yeah, that's the reality. But it's also that, like, the people, and you can look how it breaks down. Everyone who is the richest of the rich want our society to be as militarized as possible to protect their property, to protect their interests. And so that's what the cops are doing when they break up strikes and they evict people. They're helping the people who own property.
Right.
And so, so I think anything that we can do when we come together and start to actually analyze, like, the shit that's going on in our communities and how we can kick them out of our communities and get, like, these, get cops off campuses, get our city budgets not be 55% for the police that go straight to the weapons lobby, but to, like, actually go to programs that are building and developing the community. I think there's a lot of interest there, and there's a lot of people doing that work. So it's just about finding those people in your community,
supporting
and
them,
educating yourself to the point where you can tell if, like, what they're doing is effective or not, and building up capacity. Mutual aid is a great thing to look into. And it's, it's just, I think that is the main call, is just, like, not to be bystanders anymore.
Yeah.
Like, we are, like, I don't know if y'all had this happen, but in my school as a kid, we were taught of anti-bullying assembly, and they were always like, it was the big kid beating on the small kid, but then there's like 30 kids watching.
Sure.
And their lesson was always, hey, like, if one of you tries to step in, you're probably going to get your ass kicked. But if, like, 10 of you do, then, like, you can take down this big bully. And so it's like, that's really what we're up against, is, like, there's way more of us against the people who are trying to distract us and persuade us into being scared and militarize our homes and have, like, a fucking arms race in the suburbs. But it's, like, if we can actually start engaging each other and ask ourselves, okay, how do I stop being a bystander just waiting for the next thing to happen? And how do I actually, like, use my time and resources to actually support the people who want to win? Because I feel like a lot of the politicians that come to us and say, like, trust us, they're not about winning.
No.
They're about sustaining their own position.
Well, they're about winning. They're about holding power.
Yeah, but even then, like, a lot of them plan on losing races. Like, look, there's 31 Democrats, I think that's the number, retiring going into this cycle.
Right.
They know that incumbents get elected 90-something% of the time. Being an incumbent gives you a clear chance of winning, but they do shit in, like, Jeff Flake is a good example. Like, he turned on Trump in the Republican Party, and now he's a corporate consultant. Like, he gets a shit ton of money in the private sector. And so
he turned on Trump so that when he becomes a corporate consultant, he's not so uncomfortable at some of these cocktail parties. You know what I mean? So he's like, he's hanging out with those, socially liberal kind of, billionaires. They can be like, yeah, so you're not one of those Trump guys, are you? Those guys stink. Like, no, not me.
Yeah,
you saw
not me.
Matt.
Exactly.
How can people follow you? Because I feel like we can just follow you, follow your lead, and we'll also put links and stuff in the description. But where are you at? Because you're on Twitter.
I am on Twitter.
Elon Musk's Twitter, by the way. Elon Musk bought Twitter and is running it himself.
I'm already seeing improvements.
Yeah.
It's really good stuff.
So my Twitter is at MattXRed, and my Instagram is just my name, at Matt Deitsch, Deitsch. I'm just always trying to uplift people on the ground doing the work.
Cool.
And I also call myself a freelance propagandist. I think it's important to be open about, like, I'm making stuff to persuade people that we need to be working together to build a better world. Because that's what they're spending. NRA spent $40 million on NRA TV to not have any viewers, but just to put a shit ton of stuff out there to see what sticks. So I think it's important. Like, ideology isn't just what we talk about, it's what we leave out. And so, like, it's like, what are comedians comfortable making jokes about, right? Like, and what are people leaving out of the conversation?
Well,
So
I
really
got very,
appreciate it.
of course, like last week, and I'm reactive. I'm certainly crude and disrespectful and rude and nasty about it online. And some people makes people uncomfortable. And that's kind of like, that's kind of the point, right? The point is to make you uncomfortable on both sides. Like, my mom was uncomfortable. She was like, I know I'm with you, but it's just I don't like the language and I'm like, that's the point, is to make you uncomfortable. And the people I'm going after, but also it's like, we should all be incredibly sickened and disgusted and angry, and I'm going to express that in my way, and that's going to remind you, maybe. So it is strategic, Grace. So that's when people say, man, you seem all worked up. I'm like, well, I am worked up.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think these people are piles of dog shit. I'm not making that up. I do think that Ted Cruz is a giant pile of dog shit.
Yeah.
But I'm also saying it publicly so that people get uncomfortable about that level of anger. But I'll start doing it to Biden too. So that's the message.
There we go.
I mean, I think anyone who would fit along the lines of like a master of society versus the people dealing with the society they built, right? And so, I'm all for it. And I think like our civility died with those kids, right?
Sure.
Like, we have to
get in their face. So you're for like the confrontations and getting in the face of these people.
Ruin their fucking day. Ruin their
Yeah.
fucking week. Ruin their year. Like
shit on their sushi.
Yeah, like, make them. They can't exist in the same world that they're fucking. Like,
Right.
that's not fair. So we have to. Yeah, I'm all for, like, one of my favorite political like disruption moments was in Florida. This anti-gay, like, bigot, like, was giving a speech on international television, and a gay rights activist just pied her. Just put a pie right in her face, and she had to. And she like broke down in tears and just started praying and just sounded like an absolute nut job.
Yeah, it's like I said no quarter for these people. No, which means like no safe space for them to enjoy their lush, lavish lives, because when nothing else seems to be getting through, baby.
Yeah, pants Ted Cruz if you see him. Just pants him.
I was so mad at the SNL gang because they had Donald Trump on, but when he was running, remember that? He was the host.
Yep.
And I was writing to them. I was saying, it's live television, folks. Pull his pants down, right? What is so hard about that? Like, what is the worst thing that's going to happen? It'll be the best thing you've ever done with your career. Like, you're off to the races with whatever you want to do. That's the golden ticket. If you pulled the pants down on Donald Trump on TV.
Damn.
Right?
That'd be legendary.
Who wouldn't do that?
Unless he just had a freaking huge one.
I'd be like, damn, switching my vote. All right, Matt, I gotta go. We're running late here. But thank you so much for all your work and your advice here, and peace and love to you.
Thank you, Tim. Really appreciate the opportunity. Blake, my sister has a huge crush on you.
Oh,
Vicky. Okay.
Yes.
Thanks.
What about me?
Yeah, we all love you.
We all love you.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.
Matt. Vicky, you did not agree with me enough during that segment, by the way.
I'm so sorry.
You did not chime in.
I nodded my head a lot.
It's funny. We got to pull clips of Tim Pool's female co-host doing that next week.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. I agree with you. One more Zoomer, Matt, just from the community here, which we're obviously so excited about. We've said such nice things about them all day. Let's see if they deserve it.
Well, we went into the time machine and we got a young Vic Berger here.
Oh.
Here he is. Young Vic
Guess
Berger.
that's me.
Vic to be.
Here he is.
Wow.
Young Vic Berger.
I guess
that's
don't know.
me.
I don't know. I don't see
I
that.
know.
Matt said so, but I don't know. I guess that's me. Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
See?
Sure.
It's pretty good.
We'll have a meeting about that later.
All right, what about this guy,
You
Andrew?
talk to Matt about that. I will have. No, I'm just kidding.
How about Andrew? He's got the headband.
I love you all, Blake. It's so good to see you on this pod. I'm such a fan of This Is Important.
Thank you.
Blake's podcast, This Is Important. He's arranged for this guy to call in and make sure it gets plugged. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
Strategic
You remember
grace.
my Venmo, so yeah. No, Vicky, that was awesome.
Thank
It
you.
was so fun to see Scott and Dave and
That's amazing.
I can't believe that happened during this show. It feels like, it's just been jam-packed with the good stuff.
This is a big
Anyway,
one.
I guess
What
I'm
if this
young,
wins the
so-
the award for best episode? How do you think Vic and Doug will sleep down?
Yeah.
Sorry, but go ahead. You had something else, Dan?
Oh no, I probably a little bit of a delay, but yeah, no, I guess I'm young Vic, so that will be my lot in life now. I'll
all right.
live that.
He's a stud.
Anyway, you all rock.
If
Thank
you
you.
don't have a drop, I was gonna just unmute everybody and create some chaos.
Well, let me just go through my notes here to make sure I've not forgotten anything. Please, the new single that you heard during the break is Sirens of Titan, which is now on YouTube and Apple Music and all the rest. You can. This is a good one, folks. This is. We waited. We did strategic grace here. We put out. We put out a couple singles. Buddy, I think, is a great song.
Great track.
That was a great song.
And Punch in the Gut, kind of an album cut, interesting second single. No video for that. Third one, right before the album, we go, let's hold back on the Hold Fire. And then, pow, it comes out today.
I was listening to it in the car on the way here.
Oh,
Cooks,
yeah?
baby.
It cooks. It's a top track. So, but we need your help to spread the word. Get it, share it, send it to your dad and your uncle. Send it to your uncle.
That's a great fucking pod, bro.
My message is always.
You need better merch.
You know what I thought was funny to me?
Zoom.
The idea of like texting your uncle. Do you have any relationship with your uncle, or do you have?
I can.
You what?
I can.
Right, you can.
You know.
That's the thing. Imagine
Uncle
texting
Mike,
your
check
uncle
out
and
this,
saying, "Check out my friend's album." It would be so uncomfortable.
Yeah. Just out of nowhere?
Yeah, and say like, "I love you, Uncle Joe. I was thinking about you. I think you might like this music."
I think you dig it, dude.
Yeah. All right, we're opening up the Zoom audio and we're saying goodbye. And you guys drop us out into a Zoom-generated drop concert. Peace and
Press
love.
original video, original sound on in the top left, please. Everybody.
Let's hear it.
Sick knot. Let's hear that fire. Chase, come on, make some noise. Quan.
Zoom. Blake, 2 more drops.
We all can grow and we all can work.
2 more drops. 2 more drops.
It's a mess in here. Get some of that kitchen, the hall, purpose cleaner.
So many good ideas.
In the kitchen, the hall, purpose cleaner.
What are you doing? Everybody just cool down.
Kitchen, all purpose cleaner.
Had a little audio issue.
Shut the fuck
I'm back on the show. Oh my gosh, I got one too.
Great American food.
Got pizza, many French fries.
That's a great fucking record, man.
Thank you, Tim.
Shut the fuck up!
Thank you, Tim.
Well, say goodbye. Hello,
Shut the
goodbye.
fuck
We love you.
Oh my gosh, I'm so
Get better merch for the pod.
Love you,
Better merch. We need better merch.
So kick that part.
I want a hot tie-dye. This is a one shirt.
Dog.
Okay.
You're the best.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up!
Okay.
Oh my God.
Horses.
Get better merch.
Horses.
Goodbye.